we're going to walk through. Johnson & Johnson hid the presence of asbestos in their talcum-based products. And they hid it from the FDA, they hid it from federal regulatory, and they hid it from the public. These efforts at hiding the presence of asbestos and those talc fibers, those sharp needle-like talc fibers, they hid it going all the way back to the 1960s. So let's talk about what did Johnson & Johnson know. We'll move through this quickly. So in 1969, you've got this exhibit, 1464. And they write internally, the high-ups at Johnson & Johnson saying, we have to firm up the position. You have to firm up the position. The company should have on the presence of tremolite in talc. Historically, in our company, tremolite has been bad. It's been bad because it has needle-type crystals. That's different than what they're trying to tell you in this courtroom today. They're trying to tell you, no, tremolite, it's not bad. If it doesn't say tremolite asbestos, it's not bad. They knew back in 1969 that tremolite and comes in those fibrous forms, it can be bad. That's what they were concerned about. They weren't trying to whitewash it back in 1969. 1971, you have 2735. Look at this. I encourage you to look at this document. This talc contains essentially no anthophyllite, only minor amounts of below 1% of tremolite and actinolite. So back at that point, what were they saying? Okay, well maybe 1% of asbestos, maybe 1% is not so bad. Now we know that even 0.5% can be billions of asbestos fibers. 1975, Exhibit 1015. One had, and this is Macron. So, and you'll see this pattern over and over again. So Macron, one of their testing labs, or RJ Lee or other labs, they'll give these reports and they'll say, hey, we've got this. We've got these bundles of fibers, 1, 2, 3 fibers, anywhere from 2 to 5 amphiboles. We've got this asbestos. And then what happens? They send that report to Johnson & Johnson, and then magically, they write, Macron will come back and say, well, maybe that wasn't asbestos. Maybe that was contamination. They explain it away. But these are the documents that they have in their files that they are writing at that time.